Research on cultural imperialism focus mainly on how powerful nations, particularly Western countries, influence the cultures and media of less powerful nations. The concern was that dominant nations were exporting their values, images, and media content, shaping the perceptions and cultural identities of others. There was a shift in emphasis. Scholars began to connect cultural imperialism with the debates surrounding to the New World Information and Communication Order, or NWICO. What differentiates this newer pace is that the focus moved away from nation states and towards transnational corporations as the main agents of influence. Instead of looking only at media or image flows across borders, researchers started to examine transnational capital flows, the movement of money, ownership, and investment that underpin global media and cultural industries. The emphasis, therefore, shifted toward the commercialization of culture, showing how global corporations drive cultural production and distribution for profit. It's important to note that these categories often overlap. The power of corporation and nation state is deeply intertwined, and it's difficult to fully separate capital flows from media flows. So rather than a total change in theoretical perspective, this development represents more of a redirection of emphasis within the same broader framework. Some scholars began to criticize cultural imperialism as too simplistic or rigid, a theory that did not always capture the complex, multidirectional nature of today's global communication. Empirical research also began to challenge some of its assumptions. Cultural imperialism remains valuable, especially for highlighting one central idea that international communication is shaped by power relations. It reminds us that media and cultural exchange are never neutral. They reflect and reproduce inequalities in global power. The concept of globalization has largely replaced cultural imperialism as the main framework for studying international communication. Globalization offers a broader lens encompassing not only power and domination but also interconnection, hybridity, and cultural exchange. The debate has evolved from focusing on nations spreading culture through media to corporation commercialization culture globally, and now toward understanding global communication through the wider concept of globalization. But the underlying question of power in communication remains central.